About 4 hours ago, the Russian Pacific Fleet entered the Red Sea, making its way to the coasts of Yemen, where multiple American and British ships carry out strikes against the Houthis. There they are, and they're all heading towards the Red Sea. And as you know, the United States spokespeople have been going out there and telling reporters that the UN Security Council resolution is non-binding because apparently it doesn't conform to what the United States wanted. Therefore, now it's non-binding. But the truth is that all UN Security Council resolutions are binding and are considered international law. And France went out there and, through their spokesperson, rebukes the US and confirms that contrary to what they're saying, the UN ceasefire resolution is binding. Reminder that France is one of the 5 permanent members of the Security Council. It says United Nations Security Council resolution is binding under international law. All concerned parties must implement it, especially Israel, to whom it is incumbent to apply this resolution. So Israel is not, applying this resolution, and the United States is trying to figure out a way for it to wiggle out of it, but it is a binding resolution, and it is enforceable according to international law. And I'm hoping these United Nations countries don't just go out there and just make speeches and actually do something on the ground to make sure that this resolution is enforced. And here's a kicker. The U.S. Pentagon is eyeing a fund for peacekeeping forces in Gaza. And they said the Pentagon is in early talks that include a proposal for the U.S. to fund either a multinational force or a Palestinian peacekeeping team in the Gaza Strip, according to U.S. news outlet Politico. My question is, we already have UN peacekeepers. Why don't you take that money and give it to them and actually back out? Because the United States has done enough in supplying Israel with weapons and supplying Israel with aid. All those bombs that are falling on the people of Gaza belong to you guys. So instead of pretending, Captain Save, just back out and let the UN do its job. There's UNRWA on the ground that can distribute the food, so we don't need a port. There are 7 crossings out there, so we don't need to construct a port, and we definitely don't need a US peacekeeping force going to occupy Gaza for the next 100 years. As you know, your peacekeeping forces normally don't leave even when they are with the UN. Can you imagine if it's just unilateral United States and they're funding it? And no, just no. And going back to Russia, apparently something big is coming up in the near future, because Lavrov today said that there may be no need to discuss the legitimacy of Zelensky's role after May 20th. Let's wait until then. And as you know, Russia is blaming the terrorist attack that happened on the inside Russia on Ukraine. Basically, they're saying that the funds and the organization came from Ukraine. So we don't know what they're planning, but they are planning something.